Hey man, it's your boy Namco, and we heard you wanted a brand new Tekken fighting experience. Okay, we got you. But how about we put a few cum stains in your pants as well? And thus, Tekken 3 was born. It's your main man 254 Ddubman, and my bandwidth can't withstand my point intake. Here to bring you my review of Tekken 3 for the PS1. But before we get started with this, we'll have to go to this and this. But not this though, we'll save this for a cream pie compilation. Now on December 9th, 1994, Tekken was created, and boy, was it fucked. I mean, look at this shit. How the fuck they get away with this? Now take note, I was born in 1997, so the fact that I even know about these games is rare for my age group. And I know what you're thinking, bruh, where's your PS2 like the rest of the late 90s fags? Bitch, we broke. I didn't have a PS2 till like 2003, so Nintendo 64 and PS1 is what kept me by till then. Hell, I don't even have a lot of PS2 memories now that I think about it. I usually went over other niggas' houses just to see what was going on with the system, but that's another story. Now back to this, Tekken 1. It was one of those games that made you go, hey fam, you wanna play some Tekken? Yeah, sure, I don't know what it is, but if it requires 2 players, it must be good, right? Alright, cool. Let me get through watching Aladdin the animated series real quick. Hey, have you watched The Lion King yet? That's just a game in a nutshell to me though. It's not a bad game, it's just the fucking moon jumping and FMV's holy asses! Oh my god! Now Tekken 2 on the other hand did absolutely nothing to fix this. But it did add team battle mode, so I guess that's a plus. I mean, it was just a year after the first one, so basically it's just DLC to me. But on April 29th, 1998, Namco done it. They sat in their offices and was like, alright guys, we can't make the same game 3 times. So how do we fix this? I mean like, we could make it better. I don't know. God damn it, George! Promotion! Oh, hey, cool. After that orgy, then came the blasted cum that was Tekken 3. And it was lit. Words cannot describe the hype of this game, and for a person who was an infant at the time of its release, just tells you that the game aged well. I had to go to my grandma's house to play on my uncle's PS1 just to feel the experience of this one game. Sure, I was playing WWF SmackDown 2 at the moment, but that's for another review. And some of you are gonna give me that, hey nigger faggot, this is just Tekken 2 with better graphics. Bitch, this game had Eddie fucking Gordo. Your opinion isn't valid at this point. Bitch, this game has way faster game speed than the previous. Bitch, this game has a fucking volleyball mode in which you unlock a midget dinosaur. And lastly, it doesn't have this fucking shit. Best game by far. 10 out of 10. What fuck? Bro, this game has so many redeeming qualities, it would take a whole ISIS YouTube uploading for me to explain it. But this review would be basing off of gameplay, main plot / goal, and nostalgia. So let's carry on with the gameplay. Forgetting to mention that this is my first fighting game ever, I didn't know the difference between right or wrong in the genre. All I knew is that I was 6 and I just picked up and played. In the story. It's a real rare gem to find it in nowadays games, and nowadays games they'll bring you to a fucking sidestepping tutorial before you even start the game. Fuck that shit. I was always that one guy who would learn the controls after getting my ass kicked by the boss 12 times. I really hate to tap into my inner old man with the back in my day shtick, but it's retarded how video game companies just believe kids are just fucking stupid. Moving on, Tekken 3 was a prime example in its time for what a fighting game was supposed to be. Easy, yet challenging. Understanding, yet unforgiving. Fuck Heihachi and fuck Heihachi! Seriously, this old fag was my generation Chinook from MKX. Just when you think you have him beat, he pulls out some bullshit move that you've never seen before and fucks your ass sideways. Pretty sure back then when Tekken players got the word that moon jumping was getting removed, it was like Valhalla opening its gates. The jumping was pretty standard to me, being my first Tekken game and all, but after playing these two, I feel their pain. Loading in the other games, however, was fast as fuck. You couldn't even load a shit post on iFunny fast enough before getting into the next fighter. But Tekken 3 on the other hand gives you visuals before loading your next competitor. The first time I saw Laws versus Preacher, I was like, oh my god, it's Jackie Chan! I wasn't racist or anything, I just legitimately thought it looked like Jackie Chan. When I was little, I didn't even know what a Bruce Lee was until like 10 years later. Oh, and apparently Lee was supposed to be Jackie Chan instead, which makes way more sense than expected. Overall, the only flaw I can point out in this game that if it's on very easy, you'll still get your ass whooped, which is a thing I can tolerate now, but my 6-year-old self wasn't having it. So final verdict, gameplay, 9 out of 10. The main plot and goal of Tekken is the arcade mode. Basically, you pick a nigga to fight niggas to unlock other niggas. Point blank, simple concept. The only difference with Tekken is it has a continuing story, which I'm not going to go deep into the lore about today, but just know that the Mishima family loves throwing each other off of cliffs. Going into arcade mode, you have 10 glorious fighters to choose from. But I'm going to choose Paul because I know the one-hit KO punch. And after getting my ass handed to me by Eddie Gordo 3 times, the final boss approaches. Grandpa Douche-ass enters the synagogue. Now, 6-year-old me had the game on easy, and I still got my ass whooped. So it's time to take my trainer's cap, turn it backwards, and fuck some ass. Oh no. Alright, there we go again. Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. We beat the... What the fuck is this shit? Okay, so apparently we have one more guy to go through. But since Heihachi was hard as fuck, they wouldn't dare make the next guy after him hard too, right? Oh, okay. That wasn't as hard as I thought.
With these upgrades, you never stood a chance.
I wonder.
You win.
Well, I actually really can't explain that. But after you defeat this lackluster beast fuck,
what are you doing in my swamp?
You are finally dubbed the king of the Iron Fist tournament and introduced to a cutscene showing your fighter's accomplishment. Unfortunately for Paul though, he gets fucked in the long run. And there you have it, the final credits of the game, which are skippable by the way, nice touch, and sent back to the main screen where you cross your fingers and contemplate. The character you unlock is none other than a bear. Huh. Well, fuck. I never felt this screwed over after beating the game ever since Super Smash Bros. Melee when I got a fucking Jigglypuff. Oh well, he wasn't the character I necessarily wanted, but there's more to obtain, so he'll do, I guess. After beating arcade with every character, you can't use the same character as before, might I add. You should have every main fighter at that point. That being said, you're left with 2 blank spaces. One is filled by playing Tekken Ball, which I mentioned before, and the other one is not so easy. Now for this one, you need to go through the dreaded, newly introduced Tekken Force mode, the envy of my childhood, the mode that prevented me from growing up, the mode that took me 5 years to complete because it took me 5 freaking years to figure out that Paul isn't the right type of character to withstand 4 waves of endless beatings. But that's okay, because my boy Eddie Gordo came through and fucked him up with ease. But I really wish I knew that 5 years ago. And here it is, the moment of truth, the final character reveal. After all this time, who could it be? Kazuya? Freaking Tiger? Oh wait, he's an alternative for Eddie. Could it be Devil Jin? I mean, like, they really hinted at it in his backstory here. And it's who is this? Who is? Despite the disappointing final fighter reveal, the core objective of the game was to fight, and they have succeeded, so I'll give this a 10 out of 10. As for nostalgia, this game has a lot of replay value, from the soundtrack to it being ported to the Game Boy Advance. I regret to this day that I never played Tekken Tag Team Tournament, the game that came out right after this, and freaking Tekken 7 is on the way, and yet I'm still playing this. I have Tekken 6 just sitting on my freaking PS Vita, you know, never forget the PS Vita, just to say that this game is still fun to this day, and I'm still getting mad at the simplest of things that the games right now have corrected. Just shows you that this game has aged to perfection. I'm giving nostalgia a 10 out of 10 right off the bat, which concludes my review of Tekken 3 for the PS1. Hey guys, I'm trying to partner with these guys with inspiration from this guy, while this guy gives me a thumbs up. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more shenanigans, and stay tuned to Vibe to the Beat.
Money doesn't fall from grace. Maybe we can make believe.